to do a series on what it was like for me to ride the coasters at Hersheypark for the first time. First up is the Comet. I figured I would start with a classic wooden coaster that did not look too scary. I sat in the middle of the train. I wasn't sure what to expect. You sit 2 to a seat and have a bar to pull down to buckle you in. As we were going up the first hill, it wasn't too bad. When you go down, the fun starts. I loved it. It is just a series of up and down hills. It does not go upside down, and it is also not scary at all. I think it was a perfect first roller coaster. I would recommend that if you want to try a coaster for the first time, start here. Also, come back lots more times after that because it was overall just a very fun experience. I was surprised too that it was a lot smoother than I would think for a wooden roller coaster. Be prepared though, it always seems to have a long line, so you might want to race here after opening. Next up on my series for what it was like to ride the coasters for the first time at Hersheypark is the Great Bear. My mom told me we were riding in the front row because that was the best seat. We did have to wait longer to get into the front row. It does hold more people because 4 people sit across the row. You feel safe and secure in the harness that goes over your shoulders. I was personally wearing Crocs, so I took them off because your feet hang. I love the feeling of my feet hanging on a ride. You first start by going up a hill and going down fast. It was fun being in the front row because you could see everything. You got incredible views, and overall, it was just awesome. I loved this ride. There were loops, twists, and hills. You go over the river, which was neat too. It is definitely my favorite ride so far. Next up on my series for what it was like to ride the roller coasters for the first time at Hersheypark is Laugh Track. Laugh Track is an inside coaster. The ride queue is fun because they have mirrors that make you look tall, short, skinny, and fat. Once you get to the end of the line, there's a black light, so it is fun to see all your clothes glowing. The train car only holds 4 people, 2 facing forwards and 2 facing the back. It's a lap bar you pull down. There's not a lot of room, so it might be harder for taller or bigger people to ride. You go through some doors and then start going up a hill. The car actually spins too, and how much you spin seems to have something to do with the weight is distributed. It is a different ride each time you go through. It is dark and lit up with black lights, with a fun house theme. It's just hills and spins. It's a quick ride, but it is really neat. It is an amazing ride forward and backward. My first ride was amazing. All the scenery was great. I can definitely say it was a great roller coaster for Reese's and up. I'm definitely hooked on this one. I'm going to try to ride it out every time I go. Next up on my series for what it was like to ride the coasters for the first time at Hersheypark is Lightning Racer. This is a race between lightning and thunder. This is another classic wooden coaster, but let me tell you, it is more jerky than the Comet. The fun of this ride is when you race the other coaster. There are some differences between thunder and lightning, so make sure you ride both. I got to ride in the front row for my first ride on lightning, and I loved that. It was nice to see where we were going. It seems that thunder wins more times than lightning, but they were working on fixing that when we were there the other day. This is a pretty mild coaster because it just some hills, nothing upside down or scary. So go grab some friends and try to race them to the finish line and try to see if you win. Next up on my series is what it was like to ride for the coasters for the first time at Hersheypark is Fahrenheit. My mom and I rode Fahrenheit for the first time. I was scared to do it, but I did it anyways. You have a harness that goes over your shoulders. We started going straight up the hill. It was scary because you felt you were going to fall backwards. I just held on tight to the handle. We got to the top and headed straight down. I closed my eyes because it was scary. I opened my eyes after that and loved the rest of the ride. It did not last long though. I put my hands up halfway through. For me, I got a little airtime. And after that first hill, it was a little jerky, but I ended up loving it and I can't wait to ride it again. The line can back up though because the train only has 3 cars and 4 people each. That is it for today's video, and I hope you have a magically sweet day. That's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Check us out on our social media channels, including our Facebook group, where you can meet other fans as well as join in on the various discussions about Disney and Hershey. Let us know what else you would like to see for future episodes on this channel. Until then, thank you for watching and have a magical, sweet day.